So I was hoping that this could be a first step in creating an exchange with culture with Egypt. We're here to connect up with the Cairo Opera House because I had worked with Nader Abbasi, who's the artistic director of the Cairo Opera House, for many years. And I always wanted to come here and see where he worked and get a feel for where Nader was coming from, because we're inviting Nader to the United States, and I wanted to start some type of exchange with the Cairo Opera House. And I thought it would be very, very interesting to bring Nader to the United States and show a totally different Arab world, a totally different Egypt from what the Americans see every day on television.
You cannot ignore the feeling here of the Egyptian people and the disappointment of the Egyptian people vis-à-vis the position taken by the United States always to support Israel against the Palestinian people and the Palestinian rights. That is a source of disappointment.
Part of our challenge is going to be figuring out ways of addressing the Palestinian-Israeli conflict constructively in the context of the initiatives that we're looking at, without at the same time allowing it to become such a focus that we are unable to address some of the other issues. And so the other day when we were talking about international commercial dispute resolution, it was difficult for us to get past Palestine and Israel. And I think each discussion has a time and place, and we've got to figure out ways of ensuring that they happen at that time and place.
To come to Smart Village, it was one of those steps to help here, because it's important for the Americans to see Egypt in its modern phase. Egypt has been known as the pyramids, at the museum, as the history, but nobody knows that in Egypt today, it's a headquarter in Cairo for many of the international firms to support Middle East, North Africa, and Europe. And this year we're signing an agreement with the Ministry of Technology, with the Mac George School of Law, to help in areas where intellectual property and copyrights, and as well as we signing a new agreement with the University of California for e-learning and telemedicine initiative. So it's really growing relationship in many aspects, and that's very good for the two sides here.
And I think it's going to work out very well, and I think there will be exchange of students and maybe exchange of professors, so this will be very good. And from the medicine side too, we have professors coming for telemedicine, so this will be like an open university between Egypt and California, so this would be good to have telemedicine working between Alexandria University and UC Davis.
This reading area is considered the largest open reading area in the world because it can take up to 2,000 readers at the same time.
We were born digital 5 years ago, so we're trying to use all what digitization provides and what science and technology provides.
You know, you've read so much about Cairo, you've heard so much about the city, you've heard so much about the people, and over the years you've formed certain perceptions and conceptions of the place. And the reality you know, is bigger than your perception. You know, the museum is so incredible. The library was far beyond what I could have imagined.
In this visit, and and it's been a short visit, we've been remarkably well received. And as I said to one of the people that I met who I least expected to find a sympathetic reception, here I've come 23 hours travel to come to Cairo and meet someone that I feel this close to in terms of the perception and reaction to many of the events. On the other hand, it's been disturbing to see that there is, even among the educated elite, a view that denies that the 9/11 attacks really achieved the destruction of the Trade Center, an assumption that something else happened. And so we see there, on the one hand, a close understanding of what the world needs, and on the other hand, significant areas of divide.
I believe difficult times are the right times to talk, because there are difficult times, that's where we need to talk more. If everything is okay and everything is happening and we don't have a problem, then talk is still needed, but not to be necessary. But because we have those problems and it's a hot issue and there is nations not in safe place, this is the time to talk. Otherwise, where we go?
حبيبي